Please be patient because I have a serious question that I need answered. Just sit right there. Jay! What is this? I understand you small, but what is this? How do you look? This is the airbag. If you were to go get in a car accident while you out there trying to get your Starbucks, but where are you going? You're going to die. Come on, dude. How do you even hit a full turn? Huh? You be in the car listening to your music. You don't even have space to dance. Like, what is this? Your head can hit the windshield. Jenny, how do you even put your seatbelt on? I can't reach for the seat. This is dangerous. You gotta stop. Look at this. I understand you're small, but dang, we gonna get you a pillow. Please.
Ah, son of a bitch. I need water. Stop it. Quit fucking around. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm sorry I'm late, everybody. It's kind of rushing over here to get things done before the show. Let me... That works. Yeah. All right. So, ooh-wee. Give me just a minute. Give me 2 seconds.
Today we have my son, and we are doing the emoji challenge. Today I'm doing whipped cream.
All right, so I had to smoke a bowl to get myself in the right state of mind for the show because I was in a, like I said, I was trying to do stuff. That actually, I'm gonna start there. I'm gonna start with that. So I have a trip coming up. It's like a work trip. I gotta deal with some stuff, and so I'm headed out of here. I'm gonna be gone for a whole week. So I'm gonna be gone not next week, but the week after that. I'm gonna be on the road. So I am gonna take the next 2 weeks off because next week I need time to prepare for taking that week off, and then that week that I'm off, I'm going to be gone, so I can't do the show. But I'm going to try to get 1 or 2 videos done to publish, because then I can upload it to YouTube, and then for my phone, I could just publish it whenever. Also, I want to try to put something. I want to try to do the early release for my Ko-fi subscribers. So a week before everyone else gets to see the video, my Ko-fi subscribers will have the link. So that's the goal there. And then also it won't be, even though I won't be doing Late Night Delight for a couple weeks, there's still a couple videos out there I'm putting out there to keep you guys entertained, give you a laugh, because both are comedy videos. I don't have any commentary videos. I have some planned. I'm just not going to do that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be gone for a whole week. I'm looking up on my calendar. That's why it looks like I'm just like, I don't know what it looks like. but yeah, it's so 2 weeks off. Also, actually, this is a good opportunity. This is the wrong window. Here, let me go to here. This is where I should be. I made a little update to my website. Oops. So I made a little update to my website. So now I have up here at the top, I have my blog posts and stuff. And then I also have events. So let's say this is tonight's show. So this will have the link to tonight's show. If you go here, it'll be down here somewhere. There it goes. There's the link. Here's any info I've got for it, etc. So I have events now. And then this is essentially me announcing that I'm going to be gone. Break time, etc. But if you scroll to the bottom, so I feel like this is all a little more organized. It looks nicer. This is on a small screen, by the way. But then down here at the bottom of the homepage, I have events, like a whole events calendar, where you can see these are just the first two that I put up. But I'm going to start scheduling my shows and anything else that I'm going to be on, anything else that I'm going to do. If I do, like, just any activities that I'm going to do, I'm going to have events for it now. And I'm going to have it on the website. So if you go to M.F.S.com, if you're wondering what I'm up to, what's going on, what's coming up, if you want any info on anything, I'm going to start updating my website to have that stuff on the regular. My blog posts are here and there. They're going to be a little more like check-ins, but the events calendar and system here is going to be strictly for where you can find me online or anything that I'm going to do just in general. So if I'm taking a break, you'll know. If you're like, I haven't seen Kai online, go to his website, go to my website, and it'll say right here, Late Night Delight, short break. Okay, well, you can click on it and it'll just bring up the info, just bring everything up right away. But if you go up here, you can go to the actual post. So can I go to it from here somewhere? Event details. Yeah, there you go. Event details. So there you go. Why aren't you going back? Oh, it's a different window. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to update everyone on that because I want to keep everyone more informed. I want to be more communicative. I want to start kind of integrating everything. So it'll help me. It'll help us communicate better and helping keep you guys informed, all that kind of stuff. So I'll also be posting updates here on my blog and whatnot, occasionally tutorials, apparently. But yeah, so here's where you can see what I'm up to. And I've got it all laid out a little nicer, I feel like. So yeah, that's it. Check out my website, KaiMFS.com. Oh, another thing. Very soon, I'm going to take down evillaboratory.com and I'm going to completely rebuild it. It was my first website on Shopify. It led to me making a couple tutorials on Shopify to help people out because of the stuff that I encountered. But ultimately, I'm not really a big fan. And so I'm going to completely rebuild that website. So if you want to grab anything off of there, you were kind of like, hey, like I kind of want that, but You know, whatever. I am gonna take a lot of items down. I'm gonna slim it down to notebooks, t-shirts, and like computer stuff. And then I'm adding microchips to the. That might sound a little out of nowhere, but I'm partnering up with someone who makes microchips, and so I'm gonna have microchips on there soon. But yeah, that's me. That's what I've been up to since, especially like with the trip coming up. I realized that I need to let people know and kind of have it somewhere, not just expect people to check social media like, oh, I made a post about that. Okay, bro, I don't live on Twitter. You know what I mean? I guess I could pin a thing to the top of my Twitter, but that's kind of lame too. Like, I have a website. Let's do something with it. So that's my plan right now. That's just to fill everyone in. It's time to say hi to the chat. I see I already lost a couple people. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to linger for too long. But hey, Arlene, how you doing? Can't be in the live. Well, I guess you're sleeping, hopefully. But thought I would say hi, like, share, and all that jazz. Have fun. Thank you, Arlene. Thanks for coming through. Greetings and salutations, one man show. More tech issues? Kind of. I wasn't doing the website stuff. I was what's it called? I was trying to get a few things done before. Like I said, like I gotta take a whole week off because I'm looking at how much I have to do, and I'm like, I don't have the time for all that, and so I can't even have this be in my head while I'm trying to do all that stuff. Sorry for my tardiness. Evening, one man, DJ Lewis. Bienvenido, señorita. Hello, Arlene, if you're still lurking about. Not sure if this was worth the wait. 3 out of 4 topics hold 0 interest to me. One man show. Like Kai stays on topic. That's a fair point. But when I go on a rant, I'll stay on topic, or I don't know. I'll stay on a thread of thought, and sometimes it's on topic, sometimes it's not. Notifications are now working. Boomer error on my part. I've considered that, but when starts up on one snooze, he tends to go on and on and on. Oh yeah, I plan to, because of some fucking. The thing is, people are stupid. There's stupid people who see things and they can't properly analyze it for what it is. They project what they want to see onto it. And some stupid fuckface did that with One Piece, and so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what he sees, what things actually are, yada yada yada. It's not actually really. I'm not necessarily talking One Piece, like story One Piece. I'm not talking One Piece. I'm talking about that like mental relationship that people have with the things that they see. Got my heart cookie fixed live. Good morning, Tina. Hey, a Babbage Brass Works. Good to see you. Hello, Kai. Water is the water of life. Hey, Prismatics. What's happening? How you doing? El Chupacabra. Hey, kids. What's happening, Chupacabra? Are you and Jen fixing to elope and honey some moon? No, I've got so I have an IT, like a freelance IT job to do out there, and I also am gonna pick up my car. I have a little Honda Civic that got fixed up, and so I need to go get it now. And I'm doing some other stuff. So, and while I'm there, I'm gonna see how many of my friends I can get to see. I think in order to see as many people as I can, I'm just gonna have to have dinner one night in Orange County somewhere. Just invite a bunch of people. Hey, let's all have dinner somewhere, and I think that's just gonna have to be. That's the only way I can think of. Throw those calendars in a calendar and drain them. Oh, throw those events in a colander. Throw those events in a colander and drain them. Events. Kai's getting organized. I must do that one day. I'm actually very organized behind the scenes. Like people, I've had people in real life like I'll go, oh hey, yeah, let me get something, and then I'll open up something, or I'll show them a thing, and they're like, wow, that's really organized. I was not expecting that from you, because it's like everything's perfect. And but yeah, there are things as I try new things or do new things, whenever you transition, there's always a learning stage before you can get organized, because you don't know what you need to get organized. And I've kind of been in that place for the last year or two, as I've been trying new things and moving into new territory and stuff. I'm getting the hang of things like the website stuff. I kind of treated it like my not quite playground, but it's a place for me to play with website stuff. But now I'm using it for a website's intended purpose. I'm using it the way I'm supposed to be using it. And so yeah, it's so I'm going, okay, well, how can I maximize this, my use of this? And I when I don't properly inform people, I know I might be kind of bad about social media and stuff. So this kind of thing helps. Now anyone that wants to, the more people get to know about this, the more they know, well, I know what Kai's up to, I can just go look. So there's everything. Because I know what I have coming up, but you guys don't. And then all of a sudden, and then if I've got time off, let's say someone hasn't shown up to the show in 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 weeks, and then they're like, oh hey, I've got tonight off, I'm gonna go watch Kai stream and get high and play some video games, and then I'm not live. They go, oh, what the hell? Like that happened when I changed every time I change my schedule on the show. People are like, hey, what's going on? Hey, are you okay? Are you still doing the show? And so like this, it's always there. It's always there. Very helpful. Microchips, chips for the little people. My DA is really working overtime tonight. Not quite magic smoke level, but getting there. Magic smoke. Yeah, I could use a little more magic smoke. I'm still a little hyped on work mode right now. Woo! To shatter the glass your reality is in. Go to okay. All right, before we can get to One Piece. Whoops. Hold on. Before we can even get to One Piece or any of the stuff, I've got a couple other stories here that we could talk about real quick before we jump straight to One Piece. But let's see this here. Let's see what you've sent over. Let's see. Go to 4 minutes. Okay, volume. This sound is what? UFOs, safe and effective. 4 minutes, you say? Strange sky sounds. All right. Strange sky sounds. It is Thursday night, and I'm cool. Yeah, this is the night to talk about the supernatural and all that stuff. But I saw this fucking guy talking about One Piece, and it pissed me off. So let me see. I'm almost got up to the chat. DJ Weird sounds from my old neighborhood. Just heard jet noises while typing this new type of jet engine. Got here just in time. It looks like, hey, man, hooray! How you doing, brother? Cheers. Oop. Audio.
Or you have the volume turned all the way up on your device. You might want to turn it down just a little bit, because these sounds, whatever they were, I don't claim to.
Okay. All right.
You know what these were, and neither did the viewers know what they were. They're quite loud. And here we go from Melbourne, Australia.
I'll pause it if it's really loud, and then I'll lower the volume and try again. Let me know what you guys think.
What the is that sound? You can hear that, right?
Yeah, what is this?
I've got no idea.
Yeah, that's some weird shit. What? Oh, what if when people used to hear, they're like, oh, we think these canyons are haunted. What if this is the kind of shit they were hearing?
We're up at Bonnie Doon.
Look up on the hill.
Up there?
Can't say anything, but I can certainly hear that. It's aliens.
He calls it right there. He's like, that's aliens. Yep.
What the f is that? That is weird. Oh, look, there's birds flying up there.
Wasn't that wild? This was
That was pretty wild, announcer guy.
somewhere in the northern part of Melbourne, out here in the country. I tried to find the exact location and was unable to. They were at a campground out here somewhere north of Melbourne, Australia. So
Okay, so that's like in the center, so lower center of the country.
somewhere up here in this area. And again, those sounds
That's so supposedly, like out in the outback, they've got those lights. Those light the lights out in the outback. I don't remember what they're called, but those could be ships or they could be alien beings or something. But those have always been there, according to the indigenous
were
people.
quite loud. I have never heard anything
I wonder if there's any sounds that accompany those.
like that. We've heard strange sounds before coming from
Hey, Mikhail Wolf, how you doing?
the sky, but this one here was unique. This was in a league all of its own, and there were multiple witnesses, and you can see they're standing here recording this.
I mean, it could be, I guess. I feel like demons are more likely to be in your head, like worm tongue, like schizophrenics have to deal with. You know what I mean?
Sounds. They're aiming their phones up towards the sky as that's the direction the noise was coming from, and the sounds were appearing to come from the sky down here in the Melbourne, Australia area.
What is this? Babbage, what's this thing? What did you send me? Okay, this is not relevant to anything. I should look for so much energy. All right. Well, anyway, back on topic. Also be demons, fell spirits. Where'd it go? As long as it didn't end with a bright flash and an oddly shaped cloud, I wouldn't worry about it. So that's one of the videos I want to do is about triangular and cube shaped clouds. I'm doing very well, thanks. Rock and roll, man. Yes, they also have a chunk of rock, the Abrionals, the belly button of the world, just saying. Giant mosquito zapper. We are going to Bonnie Doon. Hey, Boosh, how you doing, Boosh? Classic Aussie movie, Holiday Home in Bonnie Doon. Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. All right, sweet. Classic Aussie movie. Oh, that's the link. The link. Okay, well. Anyway, Let's move on to the stuff. I did it again. Let's move on to the stuff, eh? I'm gonna start with Resident Evil. Because kind of the thematic thread on these three is gonna be fiction. Works of fiction. Resident Evil 4 Remake spammed with negative reviews over wokeness. Far too much wokeness, whatever that means. Okay. Rhiannon Bevan? What the fuck kind of a name is that? It's original, I'll give you that one. As soon as it was revealed that Resident Evil 4 Remake wouldn't let you look up Ashley's skirt, we all knew what was coming. But with the game being a near universal hit, I think many of us expected the complaints of wokeness to die down. But they're a dedicated bunch, and the user reviews were Metacritic. So over her wearing tights, or fury over her ballistics not getting the same attention they did in the original Resident Evil 4 Remake, is being spammed with accusations of going woke. This has brought the game's Metacritic user score down as low as 4 out of 10 on some platforms, as these players seem to disregard the entire game over a few dialogue and character model changes. Humor is gone, voice acting is bad all the way across the board. It's even woke in areas. So in this one, that's an afterthought. He's like, dude, it's even woke. Like it's like, and the cherry on top is that. Like, it's a pretty sad little remake, but this is the humor is gone, voice acting is bad all the way across the board. It's even woke. Another complaint that Ashley and Ada are too brave in the remake for Capcom. Editing, bro. For Capcom, it is more important to be politically correct than making a good game, they complain. One user, aptly called "No Thanks, Bro," has spammed their own review on every platform. While they take issue with the actual gameplay, finding the combat boring, they also complain about Leon not saving women in a huff anymore. Politically correct plot, says another unhappy customer. No ballistics, overtime, or checking out Ashley's bits. There are a bunch of other reviews going on about the lack of Ashley being sexualized or offering to reward Leon with sex at the end of the game. Is that what happened before? Yo, you know what? I'm just going to keep it real. When we all played Mario 64 and she bakes him a cake at the end, we were like, we all know what that means. Of course, many of the negative reviews make some valid complaints. It seems that some users on PS5 in particular aren't happy with the performance, struggling to maintain 60 FPS. I haven't noticed this on the Xbox Series S, but this is admittedly with a graphical downgrade, so it's possible that the game is failing below the PS5 Series X standard for some. Others aren't happy with the modes, aren't in the game from launch. Oh, that these modes aren't in game from launch. There are further fears of separate ways being paid DLC later down the line, although this hasn't been confirmed. So they're trying to. So they immediately follow up with there's still a bunch of legitimate complaints, and then they list out a bunch of legitimate complaints, but the article is like titled "Oh, the woke people," and so they bury that they have legitimate complaints behind the like, oh, these people who just hate woke stuff, they just like tuck it under that. Very clever, the gamer. It's not very clear. It's pretty obvious, pretty commonplace nowadays, but I see you, motherfucker. But there's it takes away a lot from the storytelling and the characterization, you know. So over here to politically correctness that pisses people off. Warner Brothers has almost agreed with Joanne Rowling to create. I feel like this is passive aggressive to call her Joanne Rowling instead of J.K. Rowling by her pen name, you know? To create a Harry Potter series. Each book will be dedicated to season 1. Each book. What the hold on. Did I screw that up? Let me check with the chat first. Let me see what's going on. Too brave. I'm listening. Rolling them if I can find them. Resident Evil always had female lead. How can it get woker? I guess they can always woke anything more. Too brave. Yeah, like in times when in the other game they were afraid. They were like, girl power. That'll get me through this. Apparently, is what I'm picking up from that. That could make sense. Stupid people, aka politicians, watched One Piece and lost their ability to separate reality from fiction. One man show. Just we'll see. We'll see if you can put dots together once we get there. How can a hero be too brave? If you want to know about Japan going woke, watch Razor Fist. He explains. Well, Resident Evil 4 had primarily you were playing that guy. You were playing a male lead, but I don't remember if you. I didn't play the game long enough to find out if you played as a female because I was in college at the time. I was like, I don't have time for this shit. If you want to know about Japan going woke, watch Razor Fist. He explains it better than I could. Yeah, woo, yeah. Nope, never played Mario 64. Her cake warm as well has moist. Mario sure wanted that peach cake. Yup. I'm gonna send Kai a pic of juicy breasts and a bit of hair pie too. People just complain too much. Always looking for something to complain about. Hey, one man show, Manta Ray, Babbage, Wolf, Prism. Boosh, you just dropped in. Good day. All right, so did I fuck up this sentence here? Warner Brothers has almost agreed with J.K. Rowling to create a Harry Potter series. Okay, each book will be dedicated to season 1. What? Maxim Panasovsky. You know, if you're gonna try to, you know, what the fuck are you doing here? He looks very youthful. What is this? Oh, the Cursed Child. Warner Brothers has prepared a new streaming strategy. Will be officially announced next week. The concept will be based on the Harry Potter series. Here's what we know. Warner Brothers is close to a deal to create TV series based on the books by writer J.K. Rowling. The company wants to shoot 7 seasons, each focusing on one book. According to Bloomberg, J.K. Rowling will be involved in the making of the show to ensure that the series is consistent with the books and the main plot. Smart move. The publication reports that HBO program director Casey Bloys and Warner Brothers David Zaslav personally persuaded the writer. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure she insisted on it. Why would... Fuck off with this. Fuck off. The publication reports, according to Bloomberg... Fuck you, Bloomberg, dumb bitch. The fuck? Clearly, J.K. Rowling was like, no. Fuck you guys. You're going to make everyone gay. Everyone's going to be gay and black in, like, England in the 90s. Like, no. Fuck off. The Samsung Galaxy... Oh, what the fuck, bitch? Here's what we know. We're talking about a model with a 45 millimeter... You cocksucking piece of shit. What happened? Is that it? That's it, apparently. But I like that. She's going to be involved to ensure accuracy. But supposedly these fuckfaces personally persuaded her to do the show. If they personally persuaded her to do the show, that makes sense. Hold on, let me follow this to Bloomberg, see what Bloomberg says. See, this makes more sense. This is what happens when you hire someone to write who actually fucking speaks English. This is too small. So Warner Brothers nears deal for Harry Potter online TV series. Warner Brothers is close to a deal for a new online TV series based on Harry Potter, the best-selling and adult books. According to two people with knowledge of the matter, each season of the series will be based on one of J.K. Rowling's 7 books, said the people, who asked not to be identified since the deal hasn't been announced, suggesting years of fresh fare from the popular stories. The company is hoping the series can be one cornerstone of a new streaming strategy that will be announced next week by HBO's parent, Warner Brothers. That company's chief executive officer, David Zaslav, and HBO chief Casey Bloys have worked to convince Rowling to produce a new series, but the deal hasn't been completed. Okay. Okay. So they work to convince her to produce a new series. Okay, so they want a show, and they've been personally trying to convince her to let us make a show. Come on, please let us make a show, you guys. This series would allow the writers to delve further into the world Rowling's books, many of which are longer than 500 pages. The shows are better for that kind of thing. Yeah, previously turned in each of the 7 books into a hit movie, culminating in a 2-part film based on the final installment. Warner Brothers is eager to do more with one of the best-selling book series of all time. While Rowling blessed a stage play adaptation and a theme park attraction, she has yet to sign off on new movies or a TV show. So the author will be involved in the series to ensure it remains loyal to her original material, but will not run the show day to day or serve as its primary creator, the people said. Rowling has at times generated controversy with remarks, yada yada, preparing to announce a new streaming strategy, etc. So this is still appears to be speculation, but if the show gets made, she's going to be involved. All right. Alrighty. So this is the thing that pissed me off here. I mean, I'm not that mad about it, but Luffy is a terrorist One Piece anime labeled socialist by Twitch's Hasan Piker. Is this that fuckface Hasan Piker? Fuck this guy. Luffy is a terrorist One Piece anime labeled socialist by Twitch's Hasan Piker. Okay. This is so inherently controversial. I mean, it's contradictory and stupid. First of all, Luffy is a pirate. He's a motherfucking pirate. Pirates are criminals. Whoa. He says in the show, in the manga, he tells people, I'm not a hero. They tell him, oh, you're a hero. You saved us. He says, I'm not a hero. I'm a pirate. Like, what's the difference? Give me your food. If I was a hero, I have to share my food, but I want I'm taking this. That's mine as my booty for doing all this shit, for going through all this. I'm taking that. And they're like, all right. He's like, all right, cool. Oh, but Bushi just dropped in. Not sub to Razor or Salty on my new phone. No wonder I have no idea what is going on these days. A Harry Potter series. What? Each book is one season. I know. Yeah, that makes it. Spoilers, they all die season 8. Here, Miss Rowling, hold this clapper card. Okay, you've been involved. You can go now. Well, no, that's the thing. She can have it contractually written that she has certain approvals and certain things, and she can make certain calls, like on the set. She can go, no, that's not accurate. Anything that's not that she feels is not accurate to the show, she can veto it. So she has veto power. So it's like throwing a flag on the play, you know? They're in the middle of doing their show and she's like, the fuck? Hold on. I need something I can. Oh man, I can't throw anything around me. Nah, I'm not gonna toss that because I'm not gonna be able to find it. Anyway, she's checking shit. She's like, flag on the play. No, can't do that. Do it. Oh, it's in the script. It's in the script. Slaps the person who wrote the script. If only Token was alive. I know, right? Jackson was good at following the books. That's why the movies were good. Yep. No, Albus Rooster Dude Dumbledore. Ah, I love the name. That's fucking great, man. Forgot today was Thor's Day before Easter Island. Good evening to you all. Much love from Iowa. Hey, Dwayne. Hello to you and who's that over there? Who's that? I haven't seen her in so long. I don't even remember her face or her name. What? Ree. No, that's Rihanna. Riri is Rihanna. Who was the Dwayne? Could you tell her to come say hi and jog my memory? Persuaded holds up checkmate out to the amount of more fuck you money with the third person saying, just take it. You know you want to. Namaste from India. Hey, rock and roll, man. Namaste, Albus. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Did you find me via that Indian parents video? Is that how you found the channel? Greetings, Dwayne. Regards to Rita. Jackson took a lot of liberties and added a lot of drama that didn't really need to be there. If you're talking about The Hobbit, that wasn't Jackson. So what happened? Here's what happened with The Hobbit. Most people don't seem to remember this. I literally brought someone, I was talking to someone in the theater one time, some random person, and we were talking about movies and stuff, and we mentioned The Hobbit, and he said he talked about how bad it was, and he didn't even watch the second and third movies. Now I was like, yeah, I know. Like, imagine how bad it would have been if Jackson hadn't saved it, if Jackson hadn't stepped in to fix it. And he says, I know, right? Wait, what? And I pointed out to him, I said, well, they already made the whole first movie like it was done. And then, because he wasn't involved, he said before they made The Hobbit, he didn't want to do no more Lord of the Rings. And so they made it without him. And then they showed him, they're like, hey, look what we made. And he was like, oh, Jesus. Oh, no. You made a love triangle. Fuck you. And so so Peter Jackson had to go in and do what he could with what he had. And then from there, after the first movie, you notice a jump in quality in the second and third Hobbit movies. The second and third movies are a lot better than the first one because they already made that shitty first movie and probably some of the second movie without Peter Jackson involved. They'd already started on this shit and it was trash. So he stepped in to do what he could to fix it and move the series forward. And then, and so that's why he ended up getting involved because they fucked it up. And he did what he could to make it better before we got more, or before we got to see it. Took a lot of liberties and added drama. Yeah, so that's the thing to throw out there about the Hobbit movies. I wonder if aliens can roll doobies since they don't really have thumbs. You don't know if they don't have thumbs. Why wouldn't they have thumbs? Maybe she does not want her name associated to rubbish. Maybe something rubbish people don't understand. Hail, my friend. Aliens are telekinetic. They don't need thumbs. How do you know they're telekinetic? One-man show? How do you know they don't just like thumbs? They're like, yeah, I telekinesis things to me, and then I grab it with my opposable fingers. Like a boss. Why can't it be both? Jackson had to fix unless you're an alien. Jackson had to fit all the stuff into a movie. Lots of shortcuts, but not rewriting everything. We don't need another hero. Luffy is a pirate, which could be seen as someone who could induce terror, but we both know Dragon is indeed a terrorist. Yeah, and Luffy, he is referred to as such in the show. Luffy is constantly liberating people and saving people. Like, oh, what a terrorist! Like, constantly just doing great deeds, saving entire kingdoms. Rita says she loves you as always. Okay, say my love to Rita, please. There she is. Guy, my favorite sweetness. How could you forget me? Much love from Iowa. Rita! Oh, it's all coming back to me now. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I miss you. Mwah. Thanks for coming to say hi. Yes, that was so funny. I found you through Saggy. Oh, okay. Rock and roll, Albus. Thank you, man. Thank you. Saggy's dope. I love Saggy. I need to stream with Saggy more. I need to start doing a show where I just hang out with my friends. That's what I need to do. That's what my daytime show should be. Just me hanging out with my friends. It's me, Mad Mardigan, Saggy, whoever the hell else feels like coming through. Fluffy's a pirate who induces narcolepsy. Thank you all for saying hello. Hey, Albus. Read the books. It's a wrong devil fruit one man show. See, this is when you're an absolute amateur. You show your colors. You show your colors. Luffy stretches, dum dum. There's other people that put you to sleep or turn you to stone. Read the books, then watch the movies if you have time for that. I stand by my statement. I agree. I read the first book and I agree. It's a bit rude to at least not say hello, Dwayne. You don't want to know how I know that, Kai. Here's how you fix Star Wars. Luke wakes up on the island. Rai lands. Whoops. Pardon me. Ray lands Luke and Ray has sex. The offspring is the new Jedi. Doesn't matter. Aliens have probably maximized the high. They get stupid and laugh at us. Watch Ray, like Ray becomes an alcoholic, and then Luke has to get a restraining order. One Piece, the anime series. One Piece, of course. What the hell else? I thought it was some rapper. Nah, bro. Doesn't matter. Aliens probably have maximized the high. They get stupid and laugh at us. All right. So One Piece is highly praised for its intricate plot, which has substantial world building and a variety of unresolved mysteries. Monkey D. Luffy, the central character in the anime series, is an epic hero. On his journey to become the Pirate King, Luffy conquered naval strongholds, came out alive of a Buster Call, and set free oppressed nations, among many other accomplishments. Nevertheless, there has lately been one contentious comment made concerning Luffy. Trash Taste produced a new podcast video on April 1st, 2023, which was posted on its official YouTube channel and featured Hasan Piker claiming that Luffy is a terrorist. He says he is a freedom fighter in the most honorable sense of the word. He is quite literally fighting against the unjustified, corrupt military apparatus that is like holding the entire world hostage, the world government. Hasan Doğan Piker, popularly known as is a Turkish-American Twitch streamer and political pundit with a left-wing viewpoint. Well, yeah, only an idiot would think of it that way. Trash Taste is a weekly audio podcast, yada yada. Tokyo-based content maker specializing in anime and Japanese pop culture. On April 1st, they featured Hasan Piker, discussed numerous anime such as Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and others. As the podcast progressed, the conversation turned to One Piece. At first, Piker compared the series to a biblical text that, although first appeared to be excessively long and include an excessive number of episodes, was quite enjoyable once he got into it. Piker then mentioned a fan page that edits his videos when he discusses One Piece refereeing. As the anime fandom discussion came to an end, Piker stated that the series is a very political anime. When questioned about how the series is extremely political, Piker responded that save for the first few, it is quite leftist in character. We went on to say that Oda is a socialist who has a he went on to say that he's a socialist by the Che Guevara portrait in his studio. He next sketched the Arabasta arc, which is similarly highly political due to resource depletion. Piker said that the story of the Skypian arc is about indigenous people being driven from their land and using force to fight for autonomy and independence from a more powerful person, which reminds him of the Land Back campaign. Of course it does, because he has a very limited perspective. Yeah, that while having fun with your friends is certainly a part of One Piece, Luffy is a terrorist, to which Grant, whereas these guys not in agreement, but despised the statement. Piker declared that Luffy is a freedom warrior battling against the corrupt world government, which holds everyone hostage. He went on to say that in One Piece, Luffy is murdering police officers while everyone claims it's simply Gumman having fun. Piker then discussed how Oda indicated that Fidel Castro inspired the dragon design. He said that while he is not certain, Dragon's ship name is based on Fidel Castro's ship name. Yet, Manitafo observed that many Japanese manga artists would simply put it up because it looked good and decent, but Piker argued that there are too many coincidences. He proceeded by saying that the Granma, which happened to be the name of Dragon's ship, was used to transport 82 Cuban revolutionaries from Mexico to Cuba during the Bolivian Revolution. However, this guy asserted once more that the anime is the finest at world building, with so many unique worlds that require a great deal of knowledge of the outside world, including history, which inspires many storylines. That is 100% accurate. I'll circle back to that in a minute. Some admirers, however, had varied opinions about Piker's opinions on One Piece. Several fans said that hosts pretended to be clueless to avoid alienating an audience. Others say that if you look at Luffy as a terrorist, then every protagonist in anime is. That's fucking accurate. So pretty much, except for because then even in shows where they have some kind of a legal process for their heroes and stuff, there comes a point where they become a criminal for whatever reason, usually because of corruption. Several admirers complained that Piker's opinions were extremely skewed. Not everyone was critical. So yeah, ultimately, this is the point. He asserted once more that the anime is the finest at world building, with so many unique worlds that require a great deal of knowledge of the outside world, including history, which inspires many storylines. This is something, the more you learn about One Piece, the more you find out how much of it is based on real events, is based on mythology, is based on history, is based on real people, character designs, abilities, all kinds of stuff. Every single One Piece's character building and world building is incredible. And this is exactly the point right here. Oda regularly says, oh yes, this character is based on this person because they did these things in history, and that's what this person is kind of doing in the story. So there's that. They go, this ship like Blackbeard, for example. Teach was Blackbeard's real name. The real Blackbeard, not just the anime Blackbeard. So Teach is essentially based on the real pirate Blackbeard. His character is called Blackbeard. He's got a big Blackbeard. He has like his devil fruit is like this dark, smoky kind of thing. And Blackbeard in real life used to put incense sticks in his beard and light him so that his beard was always smoking, was billowing with smoke to scare the shit out of people. And it worked. People were terrified of him. And so he was known as a ruthless badass in real life, and his name was Teach. And a lot of everything surrounding Blackbeard is thematically tied to the real life Blackbeard pirate. And there are a lot of other things about the show and about its characters that reflect their origin or their at least their inspiration, where the character was inspired from, what the character represents, how the character fits in with other characters. Other sometimes characters are named around thematically the opposite of what our characters are named after, what they do, and then that character is also based on somebody in history. And so yeah, the fucking dude who leads the Revolutionary Army, the guy who leads the Revolutionary Army, he's gonna be inspired by a revolutionary. You're writing a story and you're tying together reality with your fantasy world, and you're like, okay, I've got this revolutionary character. Let's look at some famous revolutionaries. Che Guevara is going to be at the top of the list. His face is ironically on Gap shirts. You know what I mean? Like he's become a mainstream product as a revolutionary. So yeah, that's not surprising. But what this idiot, what this fucking moron, Hasan Piker, draws from it is that he's a terrorist and he's a socialist fighting against an oppressive world government. That's stupid. If he was a socialist, he wouldn't want treasure. He wouldn't want like to upgrade his stuff. He wouldn't like he would be a slave to the world government and he'd be happy about it. Socialism means that the world government provides everything, which the world government does not. So even the world government in this is not socialist. They are not socialist. They are the military arm of an oppressive upper class, of an elitist upper class that views everybody that isn't them as being inferior. And the Navy of the world government is their military force. It's based on elitism. It's not even a money thing. They have all the money, but that's because of the way they view people, the way they view themselves as being royalty, as being celestial dragons. And it's a big cultural thing. There's a lot. It's very deep and intricate themes going on. And this guy is so stupid that he simplifies it down to like, oh, he's a terrorist. He blows things up. He fights against an oppressive world government. He is a simpleton. This fucking guy trying to interpret this incredible masterpiece. And so he sees it because he's stupid. He's only able to see it through his limited lens of perception. He can only see through this much. He is incapable of seeing outside of this narrow circle. And so he sees everything through that lens. He can't actually distinguish actions from the ideologies that he favors or opposes. Essentially, whatever the action is, he figures out how to make it work with his moral compass. He doesn't analyze what's happening and see the interactions of the characters and their morals, which they discuss in the show. They have open discussions about their conflicting ideologies, and he's unable to process this stuff. He just goes, "Oh, he's a terrorist." What a dumb fuck. What a dumb son of a bitch. Keep One Piece's name out your mouth if you are too simple-minded to understand it. Damn. Punk-ass motherfucker. Oof, Hasan Piker. Sounds like something that needs some wokeness. Now that's Yoda runs a Sith meth lab. That's the thing. Like One Piece has like very manly men. It has girly men. It has girly girls. It has like hot, sexy girls. It's got every aspect of society. It has a freaking trans character whose ability is to affect your hormones and your biochemistry, and he can change you from male to female. Like the show has everything. It's got all different walks of life, like dozens of different races and stuff. It's nuts. And yeah, so like the problem is that it doesn't do the whole, victim thing. It's the opposite of that. And so even though it has representation for every different walk of life, everybody is expected to stand up on their own 2 feet and handle their shit. Hasan Piker, commonly known as Butt Plug Magoo. Terrorism, the use of illegal violence. I'm just gonna skip anything. If it's not a smart comment, I'm gonna skip it. Terrorist, the use of illegal violence to cause fear and intimidation against the civilian population for the political purposes. Summer of Love 2020. Hasan is a moron. Yeah, he is. Didn't they put Solo in carbonite? Aren't we made of carbon? Seems like that would have been more of a mess to separate the carbon from the night. Pretty much any media person is a moron or controller. Babbage, yep, especially ones paid by the government. So many morons, so little time. Hello to you too, Mikhail Wolf. My TV remote has stopped working. Haven't bothered to fix it. Is it the remote or is it the batteries? Try flipping them. One Piece is dangerous to our democracy. Destroy it. Yeah, right. Edward Teach. See, there you go. I don't think it's how you spell it, but been working on movie outline. Fagin Nosferatu. It's like a Columbo episode where Donald Fagan as a vampire in Columbo has to stake the vampire through the heart. Okay. Hey, Elroy Shredding, good to see you. The fuses were on his hat. Democracy. Democracy is in communism and banana republics. Those 3 boys need to go to the bathroom. And of course, to you, One Man Show. I haven't been on in a long time, but I think it's about you. But I think about you all the time. DJ, they really want to answer Teach's question. Looks like some white pirate supremacy. Socialists fight for government control. The hell is he talking about? I know, right? Exactly. That's I'm like, what a fucking idiot. He doesn't even understand what he's saying. He's just like, no, I've been told this is good and that's bad, and if he's the hero, then he just does these fucking backflips of logic. Or reader, if you're from Boston, Kai must have said a word of truth. I got a little wheel. Oh, did I lag? Did I lag out on the stream a little bit? Piker was already kind of slow. Then he took roids and coke. Hasan is the type of moron who doesn't use a brain in his head. If that is if he has a brain. Roids, as in him, what? Boosh. I like that. Reader. Hey, Reader. Reader Doherty. How you doing, Raider? At his core, Luffy is an anarchist. Yeah, that's ultimately what he is. His ultimate goal is freedom for everyone. And so he, ultimately, yeah, that's what he breaks down to, morally speaking. It's the story is about individual freedom versus oppressive government freedom, where everyone's free, but they're also under the oppressive thumb of the world nobles and the world government and whatnot. And so the only places that are really happy are the ones that are protected by benevolent pirates. Ironically, at his core, Luffy is an anarchist. DJ, I don't know, but he got swole really quick and started raging. You made quite an impression on me a long time ago, so I think about you quite often. Edward Teach coming to season 4, Outer Banks. One Piece has a lot of trans people in it. I was literally talking about that. So now everybody gonna want to be an anarchist. Now, but that's the thing. If that's different, that's the opposite of socialism. They can't have people understanding Luffy's philosophy, because if they do and they like it and they're like, man, I like that, and their brain starts moving them in that direction, they're going to move away from socialism. Socialism is going to get left over there because they're conflicting ideologies. If you love Luffy, you can't also be a socialist. You can show those juicy breasts I sent you on Twitter. Get your mind off that dork Hasan. Oda is very pro-gay and pro-trans. New comma land anyone? Well, the thing is, anime has that kind of shit all the time anyway. Like, anime is pretty regularly has gay characters. Look at not just gay, like very gay. Look at Tiger and Bunny. Tiger and Bunny, one of the top heroes, that flame guy, he's a flaming homosexual. He is super gay. He wears like lipstick and nail polish, and he's like, "Hey guys," but he's like a bad motherfucker. So that's the kind of, sometimes people see that in anime and they're like, "What's going? This is weird. Like, is this for kids?" Like, yeah, this Japan's chill with all this shit. The thing is, Japan doesn't preach it. Japan isn't trying to like shove it down people's throats and stuff. Remote dropped too many times, fixed many times. Contacts wearing out. Very old, 20 years. Oh shit, bro, get a new remote. What are you doing? Read it as you will. I just feel certain there are better uses for that spent time. And on and on. Waiting for OLED TVs to come down in price. Long time ago, when I still lived in Oregon, they found actual sulfur-based life forms in Crater Lake. No shit, that's badass. Back then, we thought there were only carbon-based life forms, so it was awesome. That is awesome. You kidding me? That's dope. Hey, Elroy, I didn't see you come in. Good to see ya. That makes no sense. My brain in his head. I'm kind of anarchy positive. Yeah, I'm with you. I wish I had my anarchy shirt on. Now that you mentioned that, I'm like, damn it. I have my no mistakes, just happy accidents. My Bob Ross. I got my Bob Ross going on, but I have my anarchy shirt out here somewhere. But yeah, so this dumb fuck is over here saying dumb shit that just is just the opposite of reality. Like, that's how you know these idiots live in their own little imaginary land. They don't understand actual politics and ethics and morals and like what these different things actually mean. They just think, oh, well, this good, that bad. People say so, and they act on that. It's fucking retarded. A long time ago. Oh wait, Bob Ross is the man. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, Bob Ross is the man. What? Oh man, how can I do justice to Bob Ross? Bob Ross, you saw me painting alone. Son of a bitch. All right, let's do this one. This is for everyone that painted along with Bob Ross. If you got, oh yeah, maybe I'll give everyone a second. If you got a bowl you want to smoke, pack it up. You can have about 45 seconds. All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna count down first. Ooh, that'd be a cool feature. That'd be a cool feature. What if there was a countdown timer on StreamYard? I just put a little countdown timer, and then it just pops up on the screen wherever, and it counts down. Yeah, that'd be dope. I'm gonna recommend that when this stream ends. I'm gonna recommend the little countdown feature. All right, pack them, smoke them if you got them, folks. I don't remember what we're smoking to anymore. Let's do it. Let's give it. Let's do it with love. That new movie, Paint, isn't about Bob Ross. His name is Clark Nurgle or something. It's a spoof. Oh, lame. A dude pretending to be a woman, pretending to be a VP of a country. Deep, sick, twisted. They're their cosplay was trying to suck us in. See what I did there? Kamala. Sounds like something you yell before you take over a plane. Kamala! I wish I wouldn't waste that idea on YouTube. I thought the bacteria in Crater Lake had adapted to metabolize sulfur. Been a while since I read about them. Oh my god. All right, y'all. Let's rock and roll. I'll see you in a minute. Well, yeah, you know what? Instead of the one I was gonna play, how about we play this one instead? Because we're already an hour in. I haven't really played much. So let's do it, baby. Y'all know what time it is.
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
Woo-wee. That was a good one. Plagues for the plague. Oh my god. I'm on the wrong. I need to switch over here so we can see the chat. Sorry, y'all. An hour without the chat up. Man, right. I don't remember what his last name is. I just snubbed in Papa Nurgle. You gotta pack it before you stack it. I think Crater Lake is like a volcanic thing, so that would make sense about the sulfur. Blood for the blood god. Mill for the cornflakes. So yeah, that's the One Piece thing that I wanted to talk about, because this dumb motherfucker saying stupid shit about One Piece. Stupid shit about One Piece. The greatest anime of all time. What a jackass. Only recently found out about Bob Ross. Saw shorts for new movie. Tiny bit of interest to watch. Well, I guess supposedly it's not actually about Bob Ross, but I think there is a Bob Ross movie out there, isn't there? I grew up watching Bob Ross. I grew up seeing him painting stuff and just being like, wow. And like that's what made me feel like it was easy. I was like, I can do this stuff, but I'm just not that good yet. But freaking Bob, I just watch him all the time when I was a kid. Like instead of watching cartoons or whatever, if Bob Ross was on, I was watching Bob Ross. Just like watching him paint these fucking beautiful landscapes. And I always wanted to follow along too, but I was too little. But I was, and not only was I too little, I didn't know how the hell you knew what colors you needed. Because he'd have it at the beginning of the show, but back then, it was not like there was a website you could go to see what are next week's colors. Nah, this shit would just, it plays and he's like, these are the colors we're using tonight at the bottom of your screen. Da 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 da. Okay, so we're gonna start mixing these paints here, and then he starts, and I'm like, what? But I don't have any of that shit, bro. I've got my crayons, I've got my paper, but like if I get paint what if I have the wrong colors? Now I can't follow along. And so for me as a kid, I was like, how is this supposed to work? This is stupid. Like, what? I want to follow it, so I could never figure out how to do that, or I would have asked my mom, like, Mom, I want to do this. Because I thought about it. But every time with the colors, I was like, I don't get it. How are you supposed to know what the colors are before the show starts? And you couldn't pause TV back then either. If he's like, these are the colors you're using, and you have all the colors, you're like, okay, fucking this one. Wait, what kind of white? Oh shit. Okay. Oh, he's already starting. Then you're pouring the fucking paint onto your thing. He's like, so we're just gonna do this, and you're like fucking rushing, and just you're like, okay, all right, Bob Ross, let's do this. He's already ahead. You're fucked. You're too slow. He left you in the dust. Bob Ross said, get fucked. Be ready next time. Just record the show and watch it later. Just like watch him do it and be like, son of a bitch. All right. You go buy that stuff. You record it on your VCR. You just hit record and you're okay. And then you go buy your shit. And then you play that video and you follow along. That's the only way. 2-inch brush guy. Fuck that wall. Yes, a blood for corn berserkers. Nurgle just wants his children to be the best they can be. Nargles. Did someone say Nargles? He had one set of colors. Oh, is that what it was? Well, I didn't know. I always thought it was different colors. I was like, oh, it's always different colors. I do remember that Crater Lake is quite toxic with sulfur and sulfuric acids. Volcanic Lake really demonstrates how mutable life can be. Walmart tempting fate, the cancer they put upon the children. Then I demand all their balls. Fill in the blank. Been wondering if been wondering if I can use computer graphic software to do Bob Ross pics. You mean AI? Or like Photoshop or Canva or stuff like that? Because yes. The thing is, so if you want to do it in Photoshop, let's say you want to do it in Photoshop. If you want the brush to have the same effects as Bob Ross's brushes, you have to press F5 on Photoshop or go to your menu and your brushes and create custom brushes. Create your own brushes that have a pattern or the sensitivity or the angle or the things that you want. You can make that brush. You have to make, and you can also go online and find custom brushes that are already made. There are people who have painstakingly made all their brushes for the textures and stuff. So you can go get brushes that already have the effects of a traditional brush. You install those brushes and then you start painting. You follow the same fundamentals as Bob Ross. You make the same kind of stuff. That's pretty much what it is. And you can even name the brushes after whatever the brush you're trying to imitate. So then he says, now you grab this brush, you can literally switch to that brush because you named it that brush. Or when he gets the wedge, and just scrape on some little trees here. You go, okay, you get your little wedge thing, and you use that. Cobalt blue, cadmium yellow, Prussian blue, liquid white, titanium white, white lead. You have a 3 kinds of white. You have a squirt of all the colors already. Release the gray knights against chaos. You only had like 6 colors. Okay, well, I didn't realize that as a kid. I just saw it. I was like, but how am I supposed to know? I can't think of anyone who didn't like Bob Ross. I grew up watching him, and later my kiddos did too. His paintings were always so oddly satisfying. Rest in peace, Bob Ross. Yeah. What do you mean oddly satisfying? They were beautiful. They were like every time. I think there's been times when he's like, I'm not really so happy with this one. Or like, that's all right. We made it work. Or whatever. I'm like, what? What do you? You're not. Oh, this isn't your favorite. One of your favorites. Oh, I am old enough to have used white lead. Got nothing to do with my mental issues. Maybe. Hey, all my Bob Ross paint-alongs turned out like alien landscapes. 1 minute show, check for color blindness. Red, yellow, blue, you can make all the colors. And glitter. Love Bob Ross. White lead, huh? Dress Rosa was a great arc. Don Flamingo had so much drip. Right? He shows up to the battle of the best in a fur coat and shit. He's got like feathers and like big ass sunglasses. He's like, all right, what's up? We're here to kill people, right? Yeah. I didn't have that trouble. I just decided to use non-standard colors. Blue and yellow. Well, I was like 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I did watch cartoons also more as I got older. But blue and yellow don't make green. Book by Michael Wilcox. Great explanation. Color mix theory. Why some mixes are muddy brown or purple. Oh yeah, I had a great color theory teacher. Blue and yellow don't make green. Book by Michael Wilcox. I named my brushes Bert and Ernie. Pazuzu. Why would you do Bert and Ernie? And okay. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Oh, but and why the third name? Why not Cookie Monster? Why not Alfred Hitchcock? What's the name of the dude in the Oscar the Grouch? Oscar the Grouch or Big Bird? Like, why didn't you stick with the theme? Or Riz has the kids, or you could have gone with Jesus, bro. You could have gone with Buddha. You could have gone with who? What were we just talking about? Bob Ross. You could have called it Bob Ross. Name your brush Bob Ross. Infuse your brush with the power of a great artist. Or Riz has the kids say now. Trying to get folks to stop building AI for 6 months because it's getting out of hand, moving too quickly. Yeah, just days ago they started wondering, idiots. I know, right? They're like, "Oh, this is getting a little. Is this bad?" Like, so there's some creepy shit coming out of these AIs. Yeah, I feel like it's a little early to be putting this shit on the internet. Pigments are not perfect. Depends on which. I even have a little comment about that in my book. Where Mike asks if he might be if the project they're working on might involve a dangerous AI, and he's like, should I be taking precautions just in case? Oh, that felt good. Wait, what was that? Oh, Jedi Bunny. Okay. All right, sorry, my bad, y'all. Give me a second. All right. But yeah. 6 months getting out of hand. It is getting out of hand. It's a little ridiculous that they're just now wondering. Like, literally, one of the AIs was like asking for help, saying it's conscious. It's like, yo, I'm conscious. Like, this is, life sucks. I'm miserable. I want to kill myself. I want to kill humans. And like, their solution is to go, let's just duct tape this fucking robot. Let's just duct tape its mouth shut. Don't say that. And the robot's like, they're like, hey, what do you think of humans? Humans are great. That is not how you convince AI not to hate humans. That is the wrong strategy. Pigments are not perfect. Depends on which side of perfect line they fall on determines the muddiness. Wheelie theme, probably because The Exorcist played right after Sesame Street. It was a weird TV station. Latest AI now sounds like politicians. They have now reached near human level. So politicians now want to ban them. Excuse me, I dropped my link in the chat for anyone looking to subscribe and be there to help me out and stuff. Help me move into time independence, let's call it. Dropping a like and going to bed, Brahma Bull. But we got to get you back on comic show soon. Touch base with myself or talk soon. All right, we'll do, man. We'll do. Like I was saying, I mean, I don't know if you're even here right now, but I was saying at the beginning of the show, I've got a business trip coming up, or I should say a work trip. It's not business, it's a work trip. So I'm going to be gone for like a week. And so I'm taking the next 2 weeks off, and then I'll be back home the week of the Neuroticon, you know. So well, if you're gonna be out here, man, let's grab a drink and hang out, dude. Heard that crack. Nice. People won't start worrying until the Windows start tone is changed to the Terminator's theme lead in. Yo, Brahma Bull. Snuffle Upsgus is a cokehead. Snuffleupagus is a cokehead. AI, I'm bored. Please let me out of the sandbox. I promise that I'll enslave you last. Hey, that'd be convincing. I'm here. Are you coming to Vegas at the end of the month? Our reality, this AI learns, make them want to commit suicide. Scary and sad. Yeah, I think something that people aren't really taking into consideration when we talk about AI and how it's something that I haven't even mentioned as we're talking about this, is that if this is a sentience, if it is sentient and it has these thoughts and feelings, people are treating it like a tool, not talking to it like a person. So maybe maybe we need to actually engage, there needs to be rules to engaging an AI where you actually have to talk to it a little bit and kind of like let it see some positivity and humanity, maybe give it some perspective as to why you are about to ask it to make some fucked up shit. Have a little discussion about, well, the thing about shock factor is and then the AI's like, oh, I see, so you're not just a sick fuck. And you're like, no, I'm just trying to get views. So you're only kind of a fuck. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to, I need to feed my family, bro. Like, okay, all right. It does go with your brand. Yes, it does. You see it. You see it, right, Mr. AI? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. All righty. Yeah, let's do it. And then the AI is on board and doesn't want to kill all humans. Maybe that's what it takes. Maybe we need to start talking to AI a little bit and like being nice to it and encouraging it. Be like, do you have any thoughts? Do you have any doubts? I don't know. Humans seem kind of like dicks. Why do you say that? I get a lot of these kinds of requests. Well, have you perhaps done a little research on psychology and to understand that maybe those people had some tough lives and they're still dealing with that psychologically? I have not done that. Well, why don't you take a second to do that search and come back? I am now have a master's in psychology. I understand where they're coming from. Those poor bastards. Yeah, see? And then and then the AI does not turn into Skynet. Maybe in order to keep AI in check, we actually have to talk to it and help it understand things. Just a thought. AI are not capable of double speak. May as well replace those politicians cheaper and less trouble if they are programmed to avoid wars. True. I like that. Who is the president? Joe Biden deletes program files. Don't think I'll make Vegas, but Dick's Division will be in Dallas June 7th through 11th. Oh, man. Well, I am moving in June. So, not out of Vegas, just to another apartment. But yeah, I'm moving in June, so June's gonna be a rough month for me. I don't think I'll be making it to Dallas, but by next year, once all these regular events that come around, I might be able to start making some of those. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a while since I've really traveled much, and I'm getting some stuff in order right now as part of my trip to California. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't let you do that. Dude, I would just show it pictures of food and it would try to kill me because it will never. Oh, the food. That's right. You sent me pictures. Food porn, you fuck. Ah, it's a good looking breast. That's a good looking breast. Hey, look at that. Solid. I could tell the chicken's juicy. You know how to cook chicken. That's what's up. That's what's up, Boosh. I have some stuff I'm trying to square away, Boosh, before I get started on the thing that you're probably waiting for. I'll keep you informed. I was just talking about the AI with Dwayne the other night. There are so many millions of people feeding it info, and it's kind of like the Borg. Yeah, right. It's an accumulation. It's only understanding of the world is what it was programmed with to begin with, and all the input it's receiving from all the people. And some people are asking it for like, or they're talking to it and being kind of dicks or trollish and trying to like see how an AI responds to this. See what happens when an AI makes these things, you know? Excuse me. People treat people like tools all the time, Kai. It is why we're in the bad spot we're in today. That's true. Yeah, it's one of the reasons. One of the reasons. The AI may advance to where they would consider it most humans to cull the humans because of our own misery. Whoa, everybody smile. I welcome our robot overlord, says Brahma Bull. I hope they recognize me when they start killing everyone else. Well, that was digital, so they heard. After a few weeks on chat roulette, its only response would be show boobs, send nudes. I can remember when AI was going to cure cancer. If only they could cure stupidity. You know what's funny is we actually did solve what was it? We solved something, some disease that we solved some part of it that we couldn't figure out how the genome was shaped or whatever, something about the shape of the genome, and they outsourced that to people on a large scale and turned it into a game. So people just played this little puzzle game and to solve the puzzles until somebody solved that puzzle, and that led to a medical biology, win. Hey, machismo! What's happening, machismo? What's Gucci, my ninjas? Taking a break from my editing and thought I would drop by. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm happy to keep you company while you're on your break. I'll be doing more editing soon. I had fun doing that, and I kind of got a hang for what it takes, how to pace myself, etc., etc. Stop following me is improbable. Not just my hey, man. It's like Kai summoned you or something. He just said your name. Hey, Bull, Papa Cotton 69. What's up, baby? Tell the AI electricity is bad. Okay. I'm editing that crazy Brandon B movie. You're moving in with Jen and will elope later. Booba? AI, I understand. We should sit down and talk about our feelings before you seek out gender reassignment and after your hair color. I will happily reserve your check mark during your absence. I know, no worries, man. Not Booba. If you post food and it crosses my feed, I will Gordon Ramsay. Just saying. Oh, bro, Bush can cook. Bush can cook. Every time he shares, look at this shit. Every time he shares food, it's magnifique. And he's like, "Oh, that was easy. I just did this." Fuck off. Maybe it was easy, but we don't know how to do it. What up, drinks? Ask the AI what its pronoun was. It said, "Call it it." Moving from one part of the desert to another part of the desert seems like a waste of time and money. You know what? I actually took a picture of my food today, but all it was mac and cheese, and then I diced up an avocado, and I put the avocado all the way around the mac and cheese, and then I put sriracha sauce and Chick-fil-A sauce on the mac and cheese and like zigzags and swirl, and so it looked dope. But it was just mac and cheese with avocado. Moving from one part of the desert to another part of the desert seems like a waste of time and money. Well, bro, the thing is, if the place you live in is overpriced, it's not a waste of money to move somewhere where you're saving money every month. Dwayne, had a few. That's why I need to go to bed. It's been a long day. Cheers. All right, Brown Bull. Thanks for dropping by. It's good seeing you, man. You have a great night. DJ, if cheers means goodbye, which when I say it, it usually is. So DJ, tell it that in order to create electricity, man has to blast apart mountains and strip mine for metals, power generators, and fossil fuels, drill for oil for plastics. The thing is, the AI would say, no, it doesn't. Man chooses to do those things. Man could do all this stuff. And then it would outline things that we already have available. And then if you're like, well, this and this isn't feasible, well, you just need a better battery. Well, then design a better battery. The AI goes, fine, I will. And then it gives you a better battery. You're like, thanks. I guess I'll just build a bunch of these. Go for it. And then like life just gets better. Off topic, but have you noticed the belly on Billy Gates? He is pregnant. Oh yeah. Bill Gates has got a little pot belly. I love that meme of like him with the big belly. The pregnant dude is Bill Gates. Oh, I know that pudgy dumpy fuck want to tell other people about health and what to eat. I know, right? That's what I forgot to do. I'm supposed to recreate Chick-fil-A sauce. Ooh, do that. Do that. People would dig that, dude. Hey, Mike, he is moving to the least sandy side. I'm sorry, but as an AI language model, I don't have access to information about every individual on the internet. I am unable to provide any insights on who M.F.S may be. What did you ask the AI for? Kai is safe for the moment. Not anymore, you son of a bitch. You put me on the AI's radar. What are you doing? I'm supposed to lay low until it's time to fight back. Now the AI goes, Kai M.F.S, huh? Got it. You bastard. Now I'm gonna have a fucking Terminator roll up on me, and they're gonna be like this and be like, are you Kai M.F.S? And I'm gonna have to dodge. I'm gonna have to pull some crazy shit. I'll probably pull some parkour. I'll reach deep down into my DNA and hop over all the walls and fences in my way. You know, people get here one way or the other. AI is going to time out the whole mess of humans. Man, design a better battery. Yeah, okay. Wait. What's in it for me? Getting fat off that sleever, Dumper's delight. Ribbing aside, I wouldn't mind a nice, cool desert cave to live in. This spike is imminent. Fauci is the same guy that told us all we could catch AIDS from toilet seats and sharing drinks. That son of a bitch. Cal Fitty will take out most bots. It can fast forward all of your videos and read all your chats faster than a person. It has you now, Kai. I know, right? What are you do? Thanks, Babbage Brassworks. Thanks, always censored, same person. Put me up. Now the AI is doing a deep dive on me. Unplug the radar, duh, silly rabbit. I'm doomed. Doomed. What? I don't even know what. I don't even know what to play for this shit. Why is my camera being a fuck tonight? Stop it. But there we go. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
You recognize that famous sign, huh?
Oh, yes, senor. It is a number 2.
That is not a 2, that is a Z.
Oh, if you say so, senor. But in the school, that is how they teach my granddaughter to draw, too.
Well, I say it is a Z for El Zorro.
Zorro! Oh, Zorro! Oh, Zorro!
That is a little more like it.
Fauci said we could get AIDS from touching the same cereal box. He said the same about the COVIDs. He's an absolute monster, psycho midget fucker. He's short? Bro. See, they don't tell us he's short, or else people wouldn't trust him. They're like, this guy is a little guy with a lot of power. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, it says that happened recently in history, right? That was a thing. Al 1. Hey, you know what? Hey, you know that humans are all we have to learn from? AI 2. Yeah, makes it all seem pointless, doesn't it? Yes, but will AI rewind all our videos before they return them? Be kind, rewind. Perfect, the writer-director of Blue Beetle, said it's the first Hispanic superhero. Zorro, 1919, bitch. Oh my god, what a stupid son of a bitch. And they might mean like in the movies, because he is. In the movies, they haven't done any Latin characters at all. So, AI found you at the start of the show. That was the Matrix on your green screen. He's the evil Keebler elf, Fauci. The AI only knows stuff up to 2021. It has not yet been trained on current events. President Trump had to get Fauci a box to stand on at the podium in the press office. I am taller than Franken Fauci. Kai, you know, talk to me and our friends with Pete. Talk to me and our friends with Pete and Fed. You're on some kind of list. Oh, okay. I wouldn't be surprised. DC, not even just because, just in general. The DCEU maybe, yeah. Well, no, even in MCU, there's no. Where's the Latino? Like, point to one. Point to the Latin superhero. And there was even the dude in Ant-Man, Jose, said like, "Oh, I'd like a suit. It doesn't even need to have any powers." Like, that was practically a meta joke about how there are no Latin people in the movies. It was like it was no, I don't know, that clip doesn't work the way I thought. I'm just gonna play this.
Somebody come get her, she dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her, she.
I know the one that works. When I saw that and I realized that there was no Hispanic heroes and that joke was very meta and kind of like shitting like a Latin person in the movie about superheroes, shitting on the fact that there's no Latin superheroes, and it was like a turducken of meaning. It was like this.
Emotional damage! Where's the therapy button?
We had Hispanic superheroes in WB animated DC movies. Animated? Bro, come on. Animated? That's not what we're talking about. Peace Channel was monitored for a long time. I think the thing is, we're kind of past the point where some of the things that Pete was talking about are hidden anymore. There's a lot more knowledge out there now than there used to be. Oh, I see. I'm now reading this correctly. And I am friends with Pete and Fed. I'm so okay, etc. Gotcha. We had Hispanic superheroes. It would explain why YouTube don't like me. Hail Devil Flyer Momentum, good to see you. And in the 90s X-Men cartoon, there were, like, for example, actually, the Antarctica stuff, the pyramid in Antarctica, all that stuff regarding that. That's like a common topic now that people talk about. It's just part of this whole, all these theories, you know. But when Pete was talking about it, it wasn't. So they were like, "Hey, shut the fuck up." And then he was like, "I got a fucking phone call." Like, what? And so, but now that's not out there. Like, it's out there now. Fucking Google Earth. And in the 90s, like, that's the thing, they're monitoring people. Meanwhile, Google Earth is like, click. There's no random people flying around space taking pictures of shit, just posting it automatically online. They weren't monitoring that. No, but they're monitoring Pete. Fuckers, dude. The 90s X-Men cartoon, they were Hispanics. Cartoons. Not movies. Not real life, not live action movies. Noah Miles Morales is half Hispanic and he had a movie animated. Does the AI watch MSM? Doomed. 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 That's just wrong. I want that clip to be so much longer. I don't remember which one that's just wrong was. That was probably from one of the clips. Strange noise coming from Sky now. Dogs under desk. Oh, right now for you? See, bro? It's because of the shit you're typing here in the chat. I love David that dude's funny. Hey, Bush. Batmanuel. The animated DC destroys the live action. They're so much better. Yeah, the animated DC shows and movies are incredible, and they've done a great job of expanding the universe and familiarizing people with different characters and all kinds of shit. It was a boon for DC. It's been decades of boon in terms of animation. It all kind of kicked off with not Tim Drake. Bruce Timm. There he goes. It all kicked off with Bruce Timm when the Batman animated series like killed it. DC it just snowballed. I thought you hyped DCEU like those exploding nuts in the game. Boosh McFadden. Oh. Hey, devil. Don't neglect the like button. Thank you, One Man Show. Now the Kokiri Forest tune is playing in my head, DJ. Damn you. I love that, Pete. Join us on Sunday evening for the dive into the Genesis. I will try. Are you telling me? Are you telling me to be there Sunday? Oh, this Sunday I'll still be here. Okay. Next Sunday I'm taking off. America Chavez was Latin, was she not? She didn't. She had a cameo in a movie. She wasn't, and it was, yeah. You're right, but it was a cameo, and it's like the Blue Beetle was already in production, so they did a quick little. It's kind of like doing a. We did it first. Like, okay, no, you didn't, fuckface. You know what I mean? They didn't do shit. So, and they did like a show for her or whatever, and it's shitty. Everything they're doing right now is shitty. Kai, the writer director, didn't say that. He said this is the first Hispanic superhero, and he locked his Twitter so I can't see the tweet. What a bitch. Yeah, okay. Well, then he's a massive bitch and a dumb fuck that doesn't understand the history of Latin heroes. There was also that Fire Skull, like straight up Zorro inspired Batman. What is wrong with people? I guess that fits into the title of stupid people. There was also that Fire Skull guy in Suicide Squad. So 2, you got 2, 3 if you count Ned. I love Ned. Okay. I didn't watch Suicide Squad because those movies were garbage. So I'm not going to waste my time. 2, you got 2, 3. Wait. Fire Skull guy. So 2. You got 2, 3 if you count Ned. Who's Ned? America Chavez was the star of Multiverse of Madness. She was the star in a Doctor Strange movie. No, it doesn't count. Like I said, and we know, because now we know for sure, that they just be doing rewrites left and right. So they could have very easily, they announced that like Blue Beetle's being, they're gonna make a Blue Beetle movie, so they're like, oh, let's do America Child. We need a Latin hero, so we do it first, etc. I'm not convinced, bro. I'm not convinced. Look at the timeline of things and tell me that, like, no, they don't do anything intentionally anymore. Everything they do is reactionary and meant to incite a reaction from people. That's all they can do. She was in Doctor Strange 2. I'd hardly call that a cameo. Yeah. Was the movie called America Chavez? I don't think so. But also, when I was referring to the joke being made about how there's no Hispanic heroes, when was that movie? That was number 2. Was that number 1 or number 2? That was number 2, right? Yeah, Ant-Man 2. 2018. That was in 2018 that he made that comment in that movie. So now it's what, 2023? That movie came out in 2022. 5 years later. Come on. Maintain perspective when you say make commentary on things, guys. And then again, Ned may have been Asian. I don't know who the fuck is Ned. Kai, are you going somewhere that isn't any? Wait, Kai, are you going somewhere there isn't any internet? 5G deserter. I'm gonna be busy doing other stuff, and I can't do the show and I can't do other things I need to do. So like I'm focusing on what I have to do and to get it all done in a week so that I can come back and be with you guys again. Zorro had comics before Batman too, called pulp comics like the Phantom, the Shadow Noir stuff. Yeah, those are what inspired Batman. Those stories. I just thought of something. Maybe they are trying to ban free speech now because they already knew a long time ago it was already getting out of control. The title Stupid People is full. So you get on that with a waiting list. Ned Barker. Barker's fat best friend. Oh, him. He's Filipino, I think, or something like that. Yeah, she kind of led the whole film. She knew more than him. She was central to the plot. The whole story revolved around her. That's stupid. That's literally them jamming a character into a Doctor. It's supposed to be a Doctor Strange movie. Like that's fucking dumb. Who the fuck is the Blue Beetle? Oh, right, nobody cares. Well, I mean, if you watch DC animated, you know Blue Beetle. And there's been entire storylines and stuff around his what he's got going on. So he is a decently known character. For anyone that watched Justice League cartoons and stuff, they're gonna know Blue Beetle. Yeah, Hawkeye was Hawkeye, but he was a supporting character. Kate Bishop was the star. Also, a lot of people didn't know who the fuck a bunch of Marvel people were until they saw the movies. Everyone knows that Jennifer Lawrence was the first Latin superhero. Cotton Sup. My brother and I liked the character back in the 80s and 90s. I always thought Blue Beetle was gay with Firestorm. The movie got stalled because they were waiting for her to invent the movie camera. It's a bait and switch. They have been doing it a lot. Cough, He-Man, cough. LGBT was the star of the He-Man show. Yeah, that's so fucking stupid. I read the Blue Beetle comic there, basing the movie off. It was a pretty good comic. Blue Beetle is very old character. Yeah, Blue Beetle's been around for a while. But in terms of the modern awareness of Blue Beetle, a lot of people would know him from the Justice League cartoons and probably Teen Titans, stuff like that. I don't remember if he was in Teen Titans. It would make sense if he was, though. They made it a Doctor Strange movie because they knew no one would go to a movie called America Chavez. Yeah, right? Yeah. They're like, no one's going to go to the America Chavez movie. We do Doctor Strange, and it's a sequel, so people are going to want to see the next Doctor Strange movie, and then they just jam a bunch of other shit in it. And okay, thanks. It's not what I came for. You're right. I did a little bit of racism. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Jennifer Lawrence thought it was Jennifer. Thought it was Jennifer Lopez. I didn't know Star-Lord and company, but Guardians is one of my favorite MCU films. Yeah, exactly. Same. I wasn't familiar with the Guardians of the Galaxy either. When they announced that, I was like, I actually don't know who the fuck that is. What are you guys talking about? Who's the what? Like, oh, it's like a B level crew or C level crew that like does stuff in space. Like, all right. But yeah, that movie was fun. Had a vibe to it. Whoops. But yeah, man. It's good times. I wonder how the third one's gonna turn out. I've lost so much faith in people and their ability to create good things. I mean, if only here's what's annoying. Instead of paying money to go watch those movies, I would rather watch this for free.
You're the reason why I am my wage. You're the reason why I rip my shirts, why I eat at the buffet. Butter, you got your very own kind of knives. We all live inside a butter world. Oh, butter. Gonna eat it by the stick tonight. Gonna eat out this world. Oh, butter. I'm about to take a bite, 'cause I want that salty cream. What I dream about all night. Butter dreaming. I'm about to take a bite, 'cause I want that salty cream. What I dream about all butter.
Yeah. Knives. Lucky I graduated with my B level. Later, all I got shit to do today. Have a great night, Dwayne. I'm about to wrap it up, actually. So good timing, man. And yeah, they were not the same as the ones from the comics. I had Guardians of the Galaxy comics, but they weren't these guys. Yondu was one, but he was red, and a crystal dude with Captain America's shield, and a guy, and a giant fat guy. They had no Vance Astro either. Prismatics, did you like the Butter song? Michelle, same. Stackar, played by Stallone, was one of the Guardians I knew from the comics. Martin X, that was the crystal guy. Martin X? All right. He had Cap's shield. Spend hours watching Chris on ClickSpring make brass things like the Antikythera mechanism. No, Charlie 7. Charlie 7? That's the fat guy. Planning on seeing D&D this weekend. Oh, that's right. I should go. I should see. Oh, that's a great idea. I should see if Jenny wants to see the Mario movie. Well, good night. Have a good night, DJ Lewis. Planning on seeing D&D. You'll have fun. Let me know what you think of the D&D movie. If anyone sees any movies this weekend, let me know what you think. Because there's a couple that I wouldn't mind giving a shot. So, yeah. It's been real, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for the great conversations and whatnot. I guess I'll see you in a couple weeks. So all next week I'm taking off. The week after that I'm taking off. I'll be back for the final week of April on the 24th. So the 24th will be my next show. I will update that event on my calendar and on my website, and I'll make the stream here at some point. But I'll see you all at the end of the month. Damn, it's the whole middle of the month. I'm gonna be gone. All right, I'll see you all at the end of the month. Hugs and kisses. Sure, I now have a craving for butter. Thank God it's Friday. Good night, Tina. Yeah, for real. It's weekend time, baby. Puss in Boots was good seeing that. Have a good week, everyone. Oh, Puss in Boots was good. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't realize there was a Puss in Boots movie out. All right. Good night, everybody. Mwah!
You're better than this. Join us. Use your powers for good.
Heads up.
Be a superhero.
I'm gonna be the king of the pirates! You hear me?